Well, hello there and welcome back to a brand new video where today is a very exciting day because today's video we're going to be talking about Rugby Challenge 4 once again, but this time around we're going to be talking about the cover. We're talking about the cover of the game. We're not just talking about the cover because otherwise that would be quite a very quick and pointless video probably. But yeah, we're talking about the cover because we finally have some game art for the game. We're going to be talking about the capabilities, so like multiplayer, local play, etc. Kind of what's included in the game, as well as some screenshots for Rugby Challenge 4, brand new screenshots, and the release date. So obviously a video I posted earlier on was solely talking about the release date. So if you guys haven't checked out that video, definitely go and check it out. I'll go in a little bit more detail. But the release date for Rugby Challenge 4, what it looks like, is the 16th of July, which is next Thursday, which is very exciting. But today's video, I wanted to talk about just the game in general. So we have some really good in detail. That's really bad English, right? We have some really good detail here from Microsoft themselves. So first things first, let's have a quick look at the game cover. So this is Rugby Challenge 4. It looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, I like the game cover. Blue, Rugby Challenge, rugby in the background, the teams. I mean, that's a pretty good game cover, not gonna lie. But moving on, so obviously this is like what's on the Xbox One. It's gonna be the same for PlayStation 4 and similar to the Switch. I mean, obviously the PC, when it does come out for the PC, then, you know, I guess it'll be similar as well because we don't know as of yet. Well, we know the game's coming out for the PC, but the guys over at Rugby Challenge were like, well, it's coming out on the Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch first on this early release, and then it's coming out to the PCs. So, you know, it's pretty interesting, but hopefully what I'm saying today will mirror all the other platforms. So according to Xbox, this will be a single player game, multiplayer, local, so 2 to 4 players, online, 2 to 8 players. There's gonna be some local co-op. Okay, so 4K Ultra HD, some achievements. So it looks like it's going to be single player, some local multiplayer, as well as some multiplayer in general. Now the description, so it says here, ready for cross kick. News, this is new to the game. And bearing in mind, guys, I have no idea about Rugby Challenge. Like, I know the game's about rugby, but I've never played a Rugby Challenge 3 or 2 or whatever. So Rugby Challenge 4 is definitely new to me. So if I do sound like surprised about something, it's because I'm so used to playing Rugby 15, Rugby 18, Rugby 20, etc. So yeah, so give me a break if I'm too excited, but you know, I'm just giving you guys a quick warning. So anyway, to begin with, new, that's what they've said here. Catch your rivals off guard using set plays with 10 different moves. So Rugby 10, Rugby 10, Rugby 20 has set plays. I don't know if Rugby Challenge 3 had set plays. I'm guessing it might have done. But it looks like we have here 10 different moves, including a cross kick. Woo! Rugby 20, I don't think it has the cross kick set play, but I'm all down for that. They have women's sevens rugby with 16 international teams, including 5 licensed teams. Wow. So Rugby 20, Rugby 18, and Rugby 15, we've never really seen a women's team before. I don't know if Rugby Challenge 3 has women's team, but according to Rugby Challenge 4, there will be women's sevens team, and wow. So women's women's sevens rugby with 16 international teams, and 5 of them are licensed. So I guess the 5 licensed international teams we're probably having for, you know, for the men's rugby, I think it's sort of Australia, New Zealand, England, South Africa, and maybe one other. Maybe it's the same for the women's, maybe? Who knows? But it says here, make the ultimate rugby player with both the kit creator and the enhanced player creator. Wow. I mean, if I get to create my own player, I mean, that's something I've been, you know, wanting to have in Rugby 20 or a rugby game for a while. So, you know, I am excited. And like I said, if this is already in Rugby Challenge 3, I'm sorry, because I've never played it before. But anyway, ooh, AI formations and improved positioning of players, making the game more realistic and challenging for those experienced rugby heads. Okay. They also have a sideline camera angle and a drop goal camera, allowing for closer simulation for a real broadcast view. Bit of a voice crack there, but wow, that's... I'm like, so far reading this, really impressive. Ooh, cross-platform here. What, you know, I love a bit of cross-platform. What are they saying here? Cross-platform fan hub. Share and download and rate players and teams using our famous fan hub across all platforms. So does that basically mean I can share like my team and you guys, if you're on Xbox or PC or Nintendo Switch or whatever, because I'll be playing on the PlayStation 4 Pro, you guys will be able to see that? That is awesome. All-star commentary. Okay, Real Sports broadcasting commentary with Grant Nisbet and Justin Marshall. French commentary by Eric Bale and Thomas Loubard. And it says here the definitive rugby experience, multiple game modes including single match, multi-team competition, extensive multi-year career. Oh, and a be a pro mode. So just to confirm there and elaborate, so we have single match like normal matches, multi-team competition, extensive multi-year career mode, and be a pro. This is very much like FIFA. You know, we get to create our own pro. That's going to be awesome. And like it says up here, make the ultimate rugby player with your own kick creations and enhance your players. So if it's anything like FIFA, you know, you create your pro. At the beginning, he or she is pretty pants. And yeah, you slowly build up the character and they get better and better and better. So I'm very curious. And it says that over 12 prestigious competitions, including the new Women's 7 Rugby, Premiership Rugby, Super Rugby Men's 7s Rugby, and Currie Cup. Or you can even create your own tournament. This is just amazing. So that's the information we have there. Now the screenshots. So the first one we have is New Zealand versus Australia. I'm liking it. The graphics look good. But the thing is though, with graphics, when you see a still image, the graphics always look amazing. It's all about when it flows. Because what happens is when an image flows, or, you know, when a video happens, or what I'm trying to say is when a frame of an image moves, and most games are 60 FPS, so 60 frames per second. What happens is at a still frame, it looks pretty good, but what you want to look at is the motion blur between the frames. So far, these images look pretty good. I'm excited to see what it actually looks like, but if it's anything like this, really, really good stuff here. Oh, then we have England versus South Africa. Now, is this Maro Itoje? Now, it looks like Maro, but I don't know what's going on with his neck and face, to be honest. And his hand as well. His hands are huge. I mean, I have big hands and, you know, my hand is essentially bigger than my arm. But looking at the image, his hands look enormous. But I have to admit, you know, it's international, it's licensed and all that fun stuff. And big fan of Maro Itoje. So let's move on to the next image. We have... Oh, I pressed the wrong button on my end, but for you guys, it'll be okay. So we got Fiji versus New Zealand here. And I bet Fiji's probably the other licensed teams. I think there's 5 licensed teams, I think they said, in terms of internationals. This looks really good. Okay. Now, what else we have? Okay, we have Australia versus New Zealand. That's going to be a big, big game. And then we have a kicking. So we have South Africa doing a kick. So it looks, you know, looking at the UI in terms of how it's going to kick, it's interesting. I'm really excited. I know I said at the beginning, oh, you know, I've never played a Rugby Challenge game, so this might be similar. I mean, someone who's played Rugby Challenge 3 might be going, Matt, it's only a little bit different. I don't know, but from a Rugby 20 point of view, from a Rugby 20 aspect, this looks incredible. Look at that in the state of Twickenham, British Airways. You got the score there. England losing 5-0, and they're about to maybe score their next 2 points. And then we have some like close-up players, which is awesome. And then we have this. Oh, this is the Premiership. So the Premiership was licensed in Rugby 20, but it looks like it's licensed here as well in Rugby Challenge 4. We have, looks like Sale Sharks versus Exeter Chiefs. That's going to be interesting. I might do a comparison video, maybe. Would you guys want to see a comparison video, maybe, between like Rugby Challenge 4 and Rugby 20? Especially if I can play as Exeter and Sale Sharks in Rugby 20 and do the same thing in Rugby Challenge 4. Would you guys want to see that? Please let me know in the comments down below. We have another picture here of New Zealand. That looks really good. Not gonna lie, this looks amazing. We got the scrums going here. Oh, let's just. Okay, that's all the images, but that's impressive. So like I said, this game should be coming out next week on the 16th of July. The game will be around about 20.5 gigabytes. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see what this early release is. We have no idea on the price yet, but we have some information. We have some details, some very good information. We have some very good images. We have some information about the game modes and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you excited for this? Please let me know in the comments down below. But if you have enjoyed today's video, then be sure to massive thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, comment on thoughts regarding this. But anyway, guys, have a wonderful day, and as always, in my next video, adios, chaps, boom.
no gold is not in her. She's a diamond